So you've chosen the semi-hero path, huh? Well, good news! You actually chose a rather good path.
Aren't you done yet? At this rate, the entire day will be wasted.
Yeah! Whole day wasted.
Hey, back off. Data retrieval isn't exactly my specialty.
Let me do it then.
Stop bugging him, Charmy!
I want to try!
An assassin?
Well, well, if it isn't Shadow. Your timing is impeccable. You know that Eggman fella pretty well, don't ya? Well, we need your help to hack into his computer. Don't ask why, and we don't have any more time to waste.
Well, what a coincidence. I'd like to know what the good old doctor's up to as well.
Why does the Barney method always work?
Whoa! This may be the big case. Espio, we're counting on you.
Roger that.
And so we head off to our next stage, which is Mad Matrix, which is actually rather well designed for the hero and neutral mission, but also has one of the worst dark missions in the entire game. It is the internet, or as I like to say it, Eggman's private server. I hope we do not find the file with the porn. Ugh. Heavens know what Eggman's into. But yes, Mad Matrix is rather interesting. It has a complement level digital circuit that you have to be evil inside of the Westopolis mission in order to get. Pretty much for the hero mission, what you have to do is you have to go through 4 data towers, which are clearly visible on the map once we get to the main hub, and you always, no matter what, have to get the first one. I like designed missions like that because, you know, you have the chance of, you know, still getting one of these things to see, okay, do I want to continue with this or not? Or you can just, you know, go into whatever else you want to do. The dark mission, on the other hand, is absolutely abhorrent, which I will explain once we get to the wide open area out of what we're in right now is the blue tower. So, yes, the Chaotix, they're back! And Vector has that voice. I mean, I have to give credit, even though for, you know, the voice acting for the 4Kids group, I mean, the person who's doing Espio is trying their best, and I think doing a decent job at sounding like the Espio voice actor they got for Sonic Heroes. Vector? Oh my god. I have no idea why. But right there, that's how you get one of the data centers right there. And here's the dark mission. Alright, so you have to destroy this data space if you want. Well, there are these bombs that are all around inside of this data space. It is a pain in the ass to find these bombs because of no radar, along with the fact that the camera does not cooperate on the area you have to travel to where the bombs are. And if you so much as touch the camera during that, it will freak out. This is considered one of the worst dark missions in the entire game, and for good reason. But if you want to do the hero mission, you just have to go into each one of those towers and go through the little data center that we went into right to get out of the blue tower. But if you just want to find the gold ring, it is inside of the red tower. How would you know that without playing this level ahead of time? You wouldn't, in all honesty, which kind of leads me to the point of I wish that they would point out the location of gold rings or something, or had some sort of radar system. But, oh no, I won't get to rant about that until we get to one of 2 certain stages, that's for certain. But for right now, let's head over to the red towers, then we can get to the end of this level. But going back to the Chaotix, what exactly is their case that they're doing? Because, as we know, the Chaotix are detectives. Now, as heroes pretty much implied, I think they just joined the detective agency because, you know, somebody's got to pay Mighty's bar tab, unfortunately. And whatever happened to Bomb and Heavy, we do not know. Now, when it comes to these little things right here, I'll just mention real quick, they have to all match the same color. They don't technically have to be of the specific color of the building you're in, they just all have to be the same color. Anyway, the Chaotix are on some sort of mission, constantly hacking through computers, or if you go into the neutral path, Charmy has to look for secret discs inside Prison Island. But then you wonder, who hired them? What exactly is their case? What are they doing? It's never explained, and I do not get that. Why is it never explained? The Chaotix are a pretty important character, especially actually in the scope of Shadow the Hedgehog for the last story. It makes no sense. What exactly are they doing? Why are they doing it? Who hired them? Did Eggman hire them again? Like he hired them inside Sonic Heroes? And if he did, what would be the purpose? Because we're going to be fighting Eggman after this stage because, and surprise, surprise, we're going to be fighting a boss after this stage, which has one of the most iconic lines inside the game. So, if you want, you can go and take this little path right here, upward, and it will actually take you to the Red Tower's location to, you know, the fragmented data. Well, the gold ring is right there.
That's the exit point
now,
of this world.
You can end up getting this way, not by going this way, because, as Shadow will say, you can't go up from here. And if you look off into the distance for a brief second, there is actually a key off on the very edge of it, and I think I ended up noticing it. It's right over there. I'm not going after it because there's really no point. But what you do is you follow the trail of rings. I don't know why I went the long way on this one. You follow the trail of rings, and then you will end up on a little set of platforms that will take you to the goal ring. So we're already pretty much done with this stage, and it's a good length. I rather like the design, even though a lot of the assets are pretty much reused. But at least in the case of reused assets, this is one of the few occasions in which, you know, its level design is not word for word the same thing as we're going to be seeing with actually the final stage inside the Semi-Hero Path, which is probably one of the only stages I'm not a fan of when going strictly on the Semi-Hero Path. Because I like this stage, I like the stage that's right after this, I just don't like the last stage, actually. No, wait, no, I do like the last stage. Which one am I thinking of? Oh, I know which one I'm thinking of. I know which one. My mistake. Ignore my ramblings.
What a waste of my time.
Yes! What a waste of your time! You didn't even look for anything. All you did was hit Eggman's computer, then jump in, expecting to find something. But now for the boss time! Oh boy!
So, I see you sneaky rats are back again, huh?
Again?
Damn, we've been detected.
Doctor, please tell me. I need to know about my past. Who am I? What am I doing here?
Are you still wondering who you are, Shadow? There's nothing to tell, Shadow. You have no past.
What?
Don't listen to him. He's just trying to trick you. You've got to focus. Destroy him and let's get out of here.
Fun fact about that line. This could be in the same path in which you hear Eggman tell you that you're an android, and then as well that you're Dr. Gerald Robotnik's creation. It's just glorious. But meet the Egg Breaker, with a very iconic line, that's for sure. So, this is probably the hardest form of the Egg Breaker because you have to use the bazookas. But what's the line? Well, I'm sure we'll hear it in a second. Just wait for him to get close.
You'll pay for that.
Oh, he's not saying it.
You know what they say, the more the
There it is!
You know what they say, the more the merrier.
You don't say!
You know what they say, the more the merrier.
Tell me more!
You know what they say, the more the merrier.
I'm intrigued! Keep repeating that!
Say, the more the merrier. You know what? No, you asked for it.
What do they say, Eggman? What do they say?
Use that light bar to make them...
Eggman, tell me, what do they say?
You know what they say, the more the merrier.
Say it again!
You know what they say, the more
This is the game that pretty much added another get a load of this. Well, no, who am I kidding? We also had before Shadow the Hedgehog, we had Sonic Heroes with its ever so lovely, take this, charge!
You know what they say, the more the merrier.
Really, Eggman? I didn't know that's what they say. What exactly do they say?
You know what they say, the more
Tell me more, Eggman!
Say, the more
And there you go. That's one of the hardest egg breaker fights, if only because you have to deal with the bazookas, and bazookas don't auto-aim onto the targets, and you have to manually aim them, which is annoying.
I have no past. What do you mean by that, Doctor?
Well, you know, we could interrogate him right now, but we sort of just caused him to disappear. And there you go. That takes care of the egg breaker.
Perfect.
What's up, Shadow?
Not you again.
Nice to see you too. Looks like those black creatures are headed out to space. We're on our way to the Ark, so I guess that means we're going too.
I'm Sonic. Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm
Ark.
redundant.
Come on, let's roll. Next stop, the Ark.
I would like to point out this entire spaceship and its impractical design and stupid design is literally made to attach to the tornado. I get it, Tails. You love flying your plane, but you sort of crashed it in Circus Park. At least this explains how we get up to space.
Space colony. Ark. This place. So familiar. But why? This is where I... Maria? Died?
Oh yeah, bring it on.
It would seem the Black Arms have taken over the Ark. Probably not that difficult.
Looks like the party's getting started. Time to rock and roll. You up for this, Shadow?
Why does he act like such a little kid in this game? I don't get it. But welcome to one of my favorite stages in this game, actually. Space Gadget, or as how the font can make it you seem, Space Grogget. What is Space Gadget exactly?
Shadow, don't you remember?
It is a race, pretty much in the style of Final Rush and Final Hazard, which I think is pretty clever. Now, the hero mission for this game and the neutral mission are actually exactly the same. You have to get to the goal ring, but as you can see right now, we're doing the hero mission. To get to it, what you have to do is simply just beat Sonic to the Chaos Emerald. For the neutral one, you just have to get to the goal ring after Sonic beats you to the Chaos Emerald. It doesn't really matter that he gets it because you still get the Chaos Emerald. And the dark mission is to destroy the Ark's defense systems right here. You know why I like this stage so much?
There's an emerald somewhere.
The moment you destroy
There's an emerald
some
somewhere
of
aboard the
those
Ark.
defense systems,
Destroy all
the
defense
paths
systems.
actually switch to complement you to finding the other defense systems and not to lead you to the goal ring. That's good design. I really wish a lot more of this game did that. Unfortunately, it doesn't. So pretty much we're just going to be wasting time inside this stage for the most part. And, excuse me, pretty much you can easily beat Sonic to the goal ring. I mean easily beat Sonic to the goal ring. But since we have to have it that we don't, I'm going to get a bit lost in the stage and show off a little bit more of it and go a bit down the dark path just to basically make sure that I don't get there before Sonic. Because I've gotten it before to where I've beaten Sonic by about 2 minutes on the clock, and that's about it. So right here, if you ended up destroying one of the defense units, this path right here would turn down. You can shoot it open if you want, like I have, and then we can go down here. That's why I pretty much guarantee that I will get to Sonic later on instead of sooner than him. Although I could have just gotten to him sooner and then just, I don't know, gone and just waited in front of the goal ring. Because even then, if you wait in front of the goal ring, Sonic's never going to appear. The timer just runs out and it says, oh no, Sonic beat you to the Chaos Emerald. Except I did. I'm right in front of it. I just literally stood here. Alright, so here we have a little, I guess, pulley system. We saw this inside Circus Park as well. So, nothing new here. And, ooh, look, flying saucer. The most useful of all ones, which is why I tried to go on that acid without it. Duck, 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 duck.
Something tells me that I don't want to touch that green energy fluid.
Oh, green energy. So it's not toxic waste, so Prison Island is not infested with toxic waste that makes, you know, every other nuclear waste site seem like a joke.
Is this the Ark's power plant?
So, Ark's power plant. See, I like this stage because I do like the design, and this feels like something that another one of the stages should have done a lot better. Feeling like you're going inside the Ark and recreating a lot of things, although the Ark looks a lot different than how it did inside Sonic Adventure 2. I get that it's a different engine, but at the same time, I don't get why all the corridors and everything look so different. Why couldn't they just recreate the style that was inside Sonic Adventure 2? Alright, and this is just me making sure that I will get there later on. Really, this is just a padding episode because you just have to wait. In all honesty, I probably should have just gone to the goal ring and then cut ahead. But seeing as how I'm only showing off Space Grogget once, yes, I'm going to keep calling it Space Grogget. I'm sorry. When you see the font like that and you see Space Grogget once, you will not stop seeing Space Grogget. But pretty much I just wanted to show things off just for the fun of it, seeing as how I'm not showing off the other hero mission of Space Gadget. Although I did do the hero mission of Space Gadget off screen, just so that I could get the alternate ending for the true hero path. Because remember, even though you ended up doing the story, you only did half of it, so you gotta play through the whole story again. Even the good levels in this game really make it that it's not good enough. And in all honesty, you know what I think this game should have been? They should have just ditched this whole, you know, branching path system. They should have just had the story go from beginning to end in a certain structured order. That would avoid a lot of inconsistencies in the plot, a lot of plot holes that never get resolved, like the Chaotix. And as you can see, Sonic's pretty much just about to get there. And just all around things in general. It would have been better if they just made this a linear story. Or even then, if you ended up wanting to do the mission system of light or dark, just put different goal rings instead of me having to kill X amount of moves. That's annoying, and that's why I'm glad that the semi-hero path actually doesn't have it as much. It still unfortunately has it, but not as much. Which is a good thing. A very good thing.
If I fall, I'll be floating into space.
Alright, so let's fall down, because pretty much now I am on my way, and hero mission failed. Yep, very rarely inside this game can you fail certain missions. There's a dark mission that pretty much anytime you end up having to chase something and you have to destroy it, you have a chance of failing it. For example, inside of the mission that would be complementing this one, if you are on the semi-dark path, that would be air fleets. You have to chase the president's escape pod. You can fail that one, and I think that's actually the only one in the game that is a neutral mission that you can fail, and all the other ones are heroes. Inside the neutral path, at this point, you'd be inside Iron Jungle, which is actually where Shadow warped to initially for the cutscene for some odd reason. I have no idea why Shadow was inside Eggman, why Shadow and Sonic were inside Eggman's base, but oh well. And that one you'd be chasing the egg balloon. And then there was Lethal Highway with the alien tank. So that's pretty much it. Those are the only 3 missions of the game that you have to do it like that. But just keep falling that way, and whoop! That's the Lightspeed Dash screwing up. Go forward this way. And we are actually close to the end. I spent a little bit more time than I needed to here, because I did confuse myself a little bit. I will not lie. But I also kind of like the music here. It's odd. This path just so happens to be the path that has the levels I like the most, that aren't stupid. Jeez, I wonder why the rest of the game couldn't have been like that. That would have been nice. Oh, but no, Shadow won't let me do that. Alright, so let's go up and let's get to the end of this level already, shall we? I believe it's through a couple more of these doors and then we'll be at the goal ring. Right, so now we gotta warp through this weird space-time anomaly. I'm gonna assume we just use Chaos Control. And there's the goal ring. Oh, Sonic, look, you left the Chaos Emerald. Thank you.
Will I ever find the rest of my memories here?
Oh, yes, you will. But we'll be saving that for next time, ladies and gentlemen.